Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States. And no, Beverly and I have not gone nuts and gone to Mount Fujiyama. In fact, we are still here in the United States at the Pagoda. This is a novelty building just outside, well, actually kind of part of the city of Reading, Pennsylvania. Now, before you jump all over me in the comments, let me say, I always thought it was Reading. What I have read says that the pronunciation is Reading, and so that's what I'm going to go with. Now, Reading is a city here in eastern Pennsylvania of about 87,000 plus souls as of the last census that lent its name to the now defunct Reading Railroad, which you may be familiar with from the game Monopoly. Anyway, in 1908, this pagoda was built as the centerpiece of what was going to be a luxury resort here on top of Mount Penn. And we are very nearly at the summit of Mount Penn. Well, the plans for the resort fell apart, and the defunct building was left sitting on 10 acres of land that was ultimately donated in 1911 to the city of Reading. And to this day, it now still belongs to the municipality, although it has a gift shop and a cafe inside, and it is run by a foundation, the Reading Pagoda Foundation or something like that. I'll put the name here on the screen, but it's essentially a foundation just to oversee and to operate the facility. And so it's nothing more than an icon now of the city of Reading, Pennsylvania. But it is a beautiful, beautiful building. It's 28 feet wide, 50 feet long, and 72 feet high. Like, what is that, 5 stories? 6 stories, I guess, if you count the one below. And it's up here, like I said, on top of Mount Penn. So we're going to pan around here to the right and show you the view down from Mount Penn. Now, what we're standing on right now is just shy, it's like 1,595 acres, I guess, of municipal land, which is a preserve that belongs to the municipality of Reading. And there before you is the entire vista of the city. Now, this part of the country obviously was known, at least in days past, as coal country. A lot of anthracite was mined here and shipped out by rail, whence the Reading Railroad coming through here. Not probably quite so much anymore. Still a lot of coal obviously mined in the United States, but I don't think so much here in the Reading area. Now, not something that I think anybody, here is necessarily, super happy for me to share with you, but the fact of the matter is, according to a 2012 New York Times article, Reading is the poorest city in America. It has the largest percentage of people living below the poverty line. Now, we just drove up here through the city, and it's an old city, but it didn't look particularly run down or anything. As a matter of fact, to me, it looked much like parts of Baltimore, which is a relatively affluent city. But that is the fact of the matter. Now, it's interesting, I don't know if these numbers change, and it's not a position I think anyone fights for, but it had been Camden, New Jersey was the poorest city in America. And so this was news to me when I found this news article. At any rate, the city still seems to be fairly well together and functioning. I don't see that there's, the big high-end outlet malls and things like that, although outlet malls did start here. It's my understanding. Now, maybe there's one out here and one of you know about it, you can leave it in the comment section below. That'd be wonderful. But certainly just a beautiful view of the hills here in eastern Pennsylvania. And I think we don't have great light today. I would like to show you more down in the city. It's a very historic city, but I'm not going to. Today, we mostly just wanted to show you the pagoda, which is a little more, again, than an icon. And you can see it from miles away. When we were coming into the city, you could see it off in the distance, a little tiny thing, but it's recognizable with those little up curls. So anyway, kind of unusual here in the United States to see this sort of Japanese architecture just out in the middle of nowhere, but it does exist. So we have borrowed architecture from virtually every country in the world, I think, here in the United States. So there's an example of it. I hope you enjoyed this short visit to the Pagoda at Reading, Pennsylvania. If you got questions or comments, hey, leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. You just want to stop and say hi. I appreciate that. If you're new here, hey, welcome, and consider picking subscribe. Come along for the adventure. We got lots more to show you. And as always, thank you for watching.